How to market your small business on a limited budget. Now that's one of the number one questions I've gotten for years when small businesses would call my digital agency and say, hey, I got to get a lot of business and I only have a very limited budget to work with. And I get it, you're trying to get the most bang out of your buck. But when someone leads with, I have a very limited budget, there's a lot of other things that might be going on with your business that you need to look at first. And then you're going to focus on what type of marketing can you be doing for your business. And there's two main types of traffic that you can get from online marketing. One of them is paid traffic, and that's what you might think of when it comes to ads. You're doing Google ads, Facebook ads, you might be paying for YouTube video ads or shows, or a number of other online ways that you just pay and you get an advertisement right back. And the second way is earned traffic. So what do we mean by earned traffic? Well, it's like what I'm doing right here with YouTube. You're getting on YouTube, you're trying to provide value to your ideal customer, and then you're hoping that they come back to you because they get to know, like, and trust you because they're listening to your content. It could be podcast interviews, it could be how-to instructional videos or audio or a PDF that you put out there. There's thousands of ideas about how you get people's attention and you earn that attention, and you're not paying an advertiser like Google to get it. But before we get into which types of traffic is the best for you and where you can get your most bang out of the buck in paid advertising or in earned traffic, a lot of small business owners probably need to start with a couple of places first. Why are you so budget oriented? Why are you cash short? Is it a revenue or an expense problem? But usually when you're a first startup, you're really cash strapped and you're trying to figure out how to get there. Now, if you're already an established business and you've been around several years and you're cash strapped every single month, it could be an expense issue. So you might want to look at expenses. Where can you cut expenses? Is there lifestyle stuff that you have going on, like mortgage payments or car payments? How do you cut some of those down? Are there business expenses that you have that you can look at? Are you paying for things that you don't really need right now? So if you're a brand new startup and you might have spent all of this money on building out your retail location or buying all of this as equipment, that's understandable. Is there some places that you can cut the fat and it's something that if business picks up, you can go ahead and get back into your business in 3, 6, 9, 12 months? How do you cut the fat on your personal expenses, your business expenses, your overhead? Maybe you have personnel, you hired 5 new staffers. Sad to say sometimes is that you don't need the staffers necessarily until you need to scale up so that people can service the actual customers you have. Now, revenue issue side, so you're short on cash and you're trying to figure out how can I make the most bang for my buck. I'd ask also first, how much hustle are you putting into the business on the revenue side, the revenue generating side, before you look at trying to pay an ads for it? So let's go over some examples about what some of that hustle you can put into it. So if you're a brand new business, have you tapped out, and I know that this gets kind of uncomfortable, have you already tapped out friends, family, and networks and acquaintances? Have you built that foundational base of business if you're brand new, or even if you're established and COVID hit last year and a lot of people got knocked on their butts? What are you doing within your core networks before you go in to look at new business, your existing network of friends, family, relationships, your existing customer base? If you're somebody who's been in business for a little bit, what happened to those old customers? Are they somebody that you could resell? Are they someone that you could offer a special promotion for or give them a little bit of a bonus or a boost or a big thank you if they refer you business? How do you maximize your existing groups and networks? And if you don't have a good network, how can you establish those networks? Are there groups that you could be involved with locally, whether it's chambers of commerce, networking groups, Facebook groups? We live in an amazing age now where by typing in stuff, you can find where some of the people are congregating that could be good referral partners. So now that we covered that and you've already gone in to look at your expenses and see if there's some places you can cut the fat, if it's a revenue issue, are there places that you could already maximize your revenues from just from your existing networks or your past customer base? Now let's go into the types of new traffic you get. Now I said there's 2 main types of new traffic that you can get, and that's paid traffic, and let's start there, And paid traffic is what you might know of for online marketing. That would be like Google ads, that would be Facebook ads. Those are two of the biggest ones. And within Google, there's a whole network of things that you can do. So they have Google ads that show up as advertisements that you might be used to on the top and the bottom of the Google page. But if you're a retail business and have a physical address that is relevant to customers, and that's where you serve customers too, you can actually get found in the map pack. That's a little map area in the middle. There's usually about 3 that are listed in there right now. And you can put ads in there too. Now, Google also has, for certain types of service providers, the very, very top, and I think it's called Google Local Service Providers or Google Local Providers, and you have to go through getting a background check and getting approved, but you pay per lead from that as well. But that's all within the Google universe of types of ads that you can do there. YouTube actually falls into that realm too because it's owned by Google. But you can do ads, video ads on YouTube. It takes a little bit more because you have to get somebody to shoot the videos, or you can put one together with your iPhone. I'm using an iPhone right here. You can put an ad together, get it approved, and get it into your local market. Now, the other big giant for some of the ads for local business is Facebook ads. And that's really great. They have a really strong ads manager, business manager, where you can go in, do ads. You can segregate, or you can focus your ads on people in certain age groups, demographics, by interest, by pages they follow. There's a lot of good stuff in there. And those are ads. Now, you either got to learn to do that, or you're going to have to hire somebody, if you don't know how to do that, to run those ads for you. But the thing to know about paid traffic is that you're paying Google because they have traffic. They have people visiting their platform, their search engine, and you can pay them for the luxury, for the privilege of letting them place your ads in front of their customers, the people using their product, their search engine. The same thing with Facebook. You're paying for the privilege of letting Facebook display your ads to their customers and clients. Now, why is that important? It's because it's their customers. When you think of paid and earned traffic, you really want to figure out, how do I get that? I'm paying for it. How do I get that customer then to stay into my little network, where there's the third type of traffic, the one you own as a business? So when you're thinking about that, thinking about taking that customer from Google or Facebook, and then I'm going to put them into my CRM. Or if you don't have a CRM, where you would put someone's name, phone number, address, a little bit about what type of product or service they bought for you. You want to even if it's as simple as an Excel spreadsheet, or even a clipboard with their name, phone number, email address, however you interacted with them as a small business owner. And then you own that contact. Even if it was a lead that came in and that didn't quite close them, or they went with another service provider, don't think of that as somebody you can't contact in 3, 6, 9, 12 months. Whatever the type of business you're in, if it's a repeat service or product type of thing, you can reach out to them in 3 or 6 months, depending on what time of life cycle that customer is on, and say, hey, I know we talked a few months ago, but we didn't get to work together, but I'd like to offer you this thing to give us a shot this time around. Maybe you were happy, maybe you weren't happy with your previous provider. People are open to that kind of thing. Trust me, a lot of people drop the ball in providing a service. So it is not bad to reach back out to someone. They'll appreciate that you reached back out to them. And there's always that chance that they didn't really like their service provider. It was average service. And now you came back and said, hey, you didn't use me a few months ago, but I'd like to give you a little special promotion or an offer to come and give me a try this time. But where can you get some big bang for your buck right now in paid advertising? Well, I listen to people like Gary Vaynerchuk and some other people and follow some forums. Right now, Facebook and Google are more of your premium. That means that you're paying a decent price per lead or per click or per person for them sending it to you, because they have a lot of people on their platforms and they have a lot of advertisers. You're going to get maybe a little bit more bang for your buck in some other places. Now, some good places right now that people are talking about is LinkedIn. Now, if you're a business-to-business type person, you should be on LinkedIn. You should be, if you're a service provider that works with other businesses, cleaning their facility, or you have a product or service that goes right to another business, LinkedIn is the place for you. And they have pretty good bang for their buck on the ad that you pay, because they don't have as many advertisers swarming them. Another place, and might sound funny, is TikTok. And TikTok's going to be in our earn side too, but we'll get into that in a little bit. TikTok is great because people are it's a newer advertising platform and they don't have tons of people on there. So you can go in there and get some of your ads viewed and get a lot more views. It's called a CPM, usually a cost per mil, per 1,000 people viewing your ad. You're getting a lot more for that, or at a lot lower cost. And an interesting one is Spotify right now. And I can't speak to it long term because I'm recently testing some ads on Spotify. Right now for $250, we're roughly going to get about 14,000 exposures. That means they're going to play our audio ad, which is 30 seconds long, and you get a little display graphic that you can put a little box square that pulls up on the mobile device or the desktop of when someone's listening to Spotify and they're not paying for the premium account. They still have ads playing. And it's great because you can really get someone's attention on there. If you're a local service provider and you mention the city name right off the bat and you're listening on Spotify to, one of your favorite playlists, and all of a sudden someone yells your name or neighborhood out, it actually gets people's attention. So that's not a bad place to look at as of the date of this video. So let's get right into earned traffic next. So earned traffic is what we said is when you're earning that viewer or that customer to come and look at you and take a look at your business. That could be doing YouTube videos, like you're on YouTube right now watching this video. It could be podcasts. It could be doing instructional videos, audios. It could be putting out a PDF or a little checklist on social media of how to do something. You're working social media, you're putting out content, you're putting out things that people want to see, and then you get to display that in front of them and they kind of come in. You're earning that usually through content creation of some sort or providing a value for free so that it gets their interest and gets their attention. Now, it's true in paid advertising, you can do a video as well, and you can do a cute little fun one, and people are always trying to get each other's attention. But if you can provide a lot of value to somebody, and then they get to know a little bit about your personality, and you're not asking for anything right off the bat, that is a really great way to earn your way into that. So some big bang for your buck ways, people already know about Facebook, doing business pages or trying to maximize your posts towards your business. But people are it's so saturated on Facebook that your stuff doesn't even get viewed very much if you haven't noticed when you do a post on there. Same with Instagram. So you want to try to find a place or platforms, or even if a platform's doing something new and different, like last year in 2020 when the president at the time Trump was looking at got into a fight with TikTok and wanted to get them out of the market unless it was a US company running them. TikTok almost went down and Instagram stepped up and started something called Reels. And that was their way of kind of imitating what TikTok was doing. Now, Reels was a really good way, and it still is right now, of getting traffic on Instagram where your photo posts weren't getting the same leverage. Where your posts weren't getting the same amount of exposure on Instagram, Reels are. So if you do consistently Reels run, and I've heard people doing, I forgot what it is, I don't know, 30-second, 1-minute videos, and just doing that every single day, you're getting a lot of exposure on Instagram that you weren't getting there. Another great place is TikTok. TikTok is a great place to get a lot of exposure. Now, the initial gold rush to TikTok is kind of passed a little bit, but compared to some other platforms, it still has a substantial amount of great organic reach that you're gonna get. And this is the same way if you think about in paid ads, do I want to pay top dollar to some place like Facebook, or can I save a little bit of money by going to a place like Spotify or LinkedIn where my dollar goes further? The same way with earned traffic. So if you're earning it by doing a video post, think about where instead of 10 people viewing it, maybe you can get 20, 50, 100 people if you do a good content piece that provides a lot of value. Now, one of my favorite things is earned traffic. And that's why I'm doing my YouTube videos, because I can get out there and I can do some valuable content. And if someone gets to know, like, and trust me, they can give me a call, they can contact me, and they maybe want to work with me. And on top of it, I also get to practice my craft and figuring out how to talk, how to give value, how to describe something that's going to help my ideal customer, which makes me way better at sales over the long run and actually makes me a better business owner as well. Now, we all got to remember, whether you're doing paid traffic or earned traffic, you always want to get to that third stage where you own that traffic. So One way that I own traffic is I ask people if there's something that I can provide you. Go to vincetrujillo.com. We have free resources that we do for small businesses. You can get free downloads that are going to teach you how to get your business online, how to maximize your exposure online through search engine optimization or website tricks that you can do and tips and strategies, as well as how to start content channels if you're going to try to earn your traffic in. You can go to vincetrujillo.com and download some of those right now. So that wraps it up for this Small Business Saturday. I hope you liked what you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe and share this video. Please leave a comment on what your favorite type of traffic is that maybe we didn't go over, and that it's something that was going to benefit some of the other people watching this video. Matter of fact, I want to point out Via Miriam. This is one of the coffee shops that I support here locally. Have excellent coffee. They're actually a great story if you want to check them out as well. If you can go to Via Miriam, look them up in Albuquerque, New Mexico. They actually have still their own grandfather's farm that is in Colombia, and actually they bring over their own beans, as well as a number of other beans from all over the world that they use, premium beans. It's a specialty coffee brand. I'm going to slaughter what they do, but check them out too. So every week we're going to support a different local business owner. Thank you for listening. Stay tuned, and we'll see you next Saturday. Take care.